everybody, Jeff here, Aromatics, back with another pipe tobacco review. This time I will be reviewing Gawith and Hoggarth's Ennerdale Flake. So no sooner than I put up my Grasmere Flake review than I got a comment from Parsimonious Piper. Definitely check him out. He's got a really cool channel. I love his demeanor. Talks about some pretty interesting topics. I'll leave a link in the bucket below. You can check him out. He asked me what's the difference between Grasmere Flake and Ennerdale Flake, because he got a tin of it, or he got some of it, and was just wondering what to expect. So I said I can either answer you in the comments or I can do a video review for you. And he said a video review would be great. So here I am. Let me have a sip of my coffee here. So what Ennerdale Flake is mostly a Virginia. It's got mostly Virginias, but also just a little bit of Malawi air cured and some Malawi burley to carry the flavors. Now the flavors are supposed to be an essence of almond, some fruit flavors, and I don't know if it says it, but that general Lakeland kind of perfumey sweet topping as well. So it is a flake. Mine's kind of a broken flake now. Nice chestnut color, nice and pretty. Comes a little moist, but not too bad. The smell I'm getting is Lakeland. So if you've never had Lakeland before, they're all a little different. Sort of like the first time you have a Latakia blend, like when I first tried Penzance, say, that was my first Latakia blend. Then I had Billy Bud, and to me, I would, say, oh, Billy Bud tastes just like Penzance. Now that's laughable. But back then, Latakia was such a dominant tobacco to me that at first, a lot of the Latakia blends kind of tasted the same. But now I look back and go, there's definitely a difference. Same as a lot of the Lakeland tobaccos from Gawith and Hoggarth. At first, you might confuse them, but then after you get used to them, there's a definite difference. So this is definitely different from Glengarry Flake. Glengarry Flake has that rose water geranium, which is very, to me, it's more soapy and sweet. This is more, it does have, to me, there's, on one side, there's that nice sweet almondy smell. Then there's a little bit of that kind of maybe a fruit essence, like a gumdrop. And there's something that kind of reminds me of aftershave. It's very perfumey to me, or aftershavey, like Barbasol or something like. I always think of my barber shop when I smell it. He used to smoke a pipe too, by the way. Maybe he used to smoke these Gawith blends. So it's very unique, very, very pleasant to me, but you either like it or you don't, or you get used to it. You don't like it and you get used to it. So I have got my pipe lit up, so we'll light up and see what we're tasting. Let me go on a little bit of a, not really a rant, but something I noticed lately is Gawith and Hoggarth have been going around to the different social media sites and forums asking people to come to their specific website and review their tobaccos. I'm not sure exactly why they're doing it, but they're asking people to do that. And I can't believe the resistance that they're getting. People are, instead of answering the question or, saying yes or no, it's mostly hate on the fact that, we can't get your tobaccos. They're not available around here, and it's just like they're not available. We're upset. And although they are difficult to get, they're not impossible. I live in Canada, and I've been smoking for, I've been collecting my tobaccos for maybe 3 or 4 years, and I've probably got over 20. I've got like a lifetime supply of probably over 20 or more Gawith and Hoggarth Samuel Gawith blends that I bought at local shops or at online retailers, or just traded or with friends. So although it's a little difficult to get sometimes, it's not impossible. So, and they were just explaining to people that we're just a small ma and pa shop, we're not that big, and we have a high demand for our tobacco, and plus it's really hard to ship with all the difficult stuff that's going around and all the laws. So they just, it's not much mercy on them, not much mercy on anybody anymore. It's hard to be to work in retail, that's for sure. So let me get back to the tobacco. So I am tasting. Now that I'm used to it, like smoked it for a while, when I first smoked it back in the day, it was just that Lakeland smell. It just tasted like very perfumey. But now that I'm used to it, I get the tobacco underneath, which is, to me, is very almondy and bready. Like the Virginias themselves remind me of, there's a certain type of Virginia that Gawith does, and I think even Germain, where they're really bready and soft, and there is like an almond bread or almost a sweet sourdough bread taste. They're not like hay. It's not tangy Virginias. It's its own entity. It's its own type of Virginia, and that's what this one is. It's got that bready Glengarry, if you've ever had that Virginia taste. And on top of that is those almond flavors, which really goes good with this. Better than Grasmere Flake. Grasmere Flake, to me, the tobaccos underneath are kind of generic. Yes, I do taste them, and I really like the flavoring. I probably like the flavoring a little bit better, but this is just a better blend overall, I think, for me. It just has that, the flavorings go good with the tobacco, and there's more of a tobacco oomph to this, for me. Comes a little moist. I did rub it out really. If you rub it out really fine and pack it really lightly and give it a good light, it burns really good. No tongue bite. It's smooth. It's creamy. Good tobacco. So I'm actually glad you mentioned this, Mr. Parsimonious Piper. I call him P2X on my. Or PX2 in the comments. But if you like any kind of Lakeland, if you've had Lakelands before, this one's a pretty good, this would be a good starter blend to give you a good feel of what Lakelands are like, and at the same time it's not too overbearing. So there has been a complaint lately that Gawith and Hoggarth has backed off on their flavorings, which is weird, because, and people are complaining about it, which is weird because before people were complaining that there was too much flavoring. So once again, it's you just can't make everybody happy. So thankless job sometimes being a producer of a seller. The critics are everywhere. I think we're a bit of a spoiled society now. It's like our cellars are huge. Like, was there cellars like that back in the 40s and 30s? Like, did people have a basement full of jars of tobacco? Anyway, enough of that. So yeah, I really enjoy this tobacco. It was a nice change of pace. I kind of forgot about it. It's a nice change from I've been blending cigars and smoking those. So this was a nice, sweet, tasty change. So hope you guys enjoyed my review, and I will see you on my next one. So till then, Aromatics, signing out.